Hello, I'm Chelsea from Simple Cottage School, and today we are going to be talking about teas and infusions. And this video is part of our class on herbology. If you'd like to know more about the classes that we offered or what our current schedule looks like, please click on the link below and it will take you to our current class listing. So now let's go ahead and let's get started talking about teas and infusions. First, let's talk about teas. What is tea? Well, tea is the second most common beverage next to water, but tea also refers to an infusion made from a very specific plant called Camellia sinensis. And when we hear of different types of tea, black tea, green tea, white tea, these are all different forms of the same plant at various stages of drying and processing. So what about herbs? When we talk about a hot beverage made from herbs, what we are talking about is actually an infusion. And I want to show you a few different types of teas and herbal teas that are actually infusions to give you an idea of what kind of variety that there is. So let's start with actual teas first. So I have some actual teas here. I have three different kinds. I have one type of black tea, and this has a few different types of tea. These are all black teas that are usually flavored with something, bergamot or orange or something similar. I also have some just plain black tea, and this is typically, you can use this hot. Sometimes here in Kentucky we use this in sweet tea. I also have green tea, a type of green tea here, and this is actually made from the plant, from powdering the plant leaves from the tea plant. And instead of using a tea bag or a tea ball, you actually blend this straight into your tea. I also have these interesting things here. They're flowering teas, and they're made from the plant, from the tea plant, and usually a few other things. And you can see that when you put them in the pot, they bloom. And they come in little balls like this. So those are all true teas made from the tea plant. Now, what are we talking about when we talk about herb tea? Herb teas are made from different herbs. Typically when we talk about an herb tea, we are talking about something made from the flowers or the leaves of the plant. And you can see we have a few different types of herb tea. I have a chamomile tea here. I also have this wonderful blend that was the staple in my childhood, Celestial Seasonings Sleepy Time tea. And I have a dandelion tea here as well. And these are all typically made with the flowers or with the leaves of the plant. If you were going to use the roots of a plant, you would make something a little different. It's called a decoction. And with a decoction, unlike a tea, you're going to boil your water. With a tea or an infusion, you don't want to boil your water. You just want the water to be warm enough to gently release the volatile oils from the plant material. With a decoction, you boil it because you're dealing with a rougher material like a root or something. And you want to boil it, and you might even boil the root in the water. So that's three things: teas, infusions, and decoctions. And some of these are actually hybrids here. This is one of my favorite teas. This has mint, and it also has black tea. So it has true tea and herbs as well. And this is probably one of my favorite teas. So that's a little bit about tea. Just some things to remember when you make your tea. You don't want to boil your tea bags or make your water too hot. You want to just gently release the oils from the plant material. Some other things, some people use lemon in their tea. Some people add milk to their tea. Sugar or honey is one of my favorites. Actually, one of my favorite teas is lemon, honey, and ginger. So there's just a huge world of tea out there, and this just covers the very basics. So I hope you learned a little something today, and I will see you later. Goodbye.